Hi, my name is Avonlea Thalman, and I am taking Computer Science and Software and Engineering as a part of the Career and Technical Education program at Gull Lake High School. And today I'm going to be making a vlog about installing a virtual machine. So the first thing we're going to need to do is check our host PC's hardware resources. So what you're going to do is you're going to press your Windows key, you're going to go up to the search, and you're going to type system information, which it should pop up after a couple letters. The first thing we're going to look at is our CPU or processor, which it says. So we have a 12th gen Intel i5, 6 cores, which is really important. Next, we're going to look at our RAM, right here, installed physical memory, which is 32 gigabytes, that's good. Next, we want to look at our hard drive space. So if you go up on the left over here, it says components, you're going to want to hit the plus, you're going to want to go down and find storage, hit the plus again, and then hit drives. Right here we can see that we have a C drive and that we have 817.77 gigabytes left of free space. So, now we're going to look at our file management. Right here is all of my files, and I have my normal virtual machine, but then I have my vlog virtual machine, which I have for this. So here is my ISO file, which is where my virtual machine is stored. If you want to get a virtual machine and you don't have one, you can go to this website right here. It looks just like this, and here's the link. So all you have to do is you can just look up Ubuntu downloads, or you can just type in the website, and then you can hit download Ubuntu to desktop, and then once you click this, it'll start downloading it. We have Ubuntu 18, but we're going to update it later to this one. So if you download this one, you're fully up to date. This is the latest version. So we're also going to look at my backups, which I don't have a backup on my vlog because I'm just vlogging, but on your real virtual machine that you're using, you're going to want to have a backup. So right here is where I have my backup for my virtual machine right now. So now we're going to show you how to install a hypervisor. So right here is my hypervisor. It's VMware Workstation 17 Player, and if you want to get VMware 17 Workstation Player, it's right here. So just go to this website and you can get your Workstation 17 Player. And when you're getting it, since we're on a Windows host operating system, you're going to want to hit Try Workstation Player for Windows, not Linux. Even though we are going to be using Linux, our host operating system is Windows, so you're going to want to download it for Windows. So what we're going to do is you're going to click Create a New Virtual Machine. And this part is really important because you have to click Browse and make sure that you're getting it from the right place. So what I do is you go to Desktop, go to my folder, Virtual Machines, Linux Vlog, then go to your ISO file, then click your operating system, then hit Open. So now right here, if you click it, you can see right here that right up on the top one, where it's going, make sure that's okay, then click Next. So you're going to type your full name. My full name is Avonlea Thalman. Your name probably isn't. And we're going to make my username A Thalman. And the password, since this is just a vlog, I'm just going to type a simple password. You probably want your password to be much more complex, but just for the sake of the vlog, here it is. And I'm going to name this Ubuntu Vlog, which you can name it Ubuntu 18, Ubuntu 22, whatever version that you have. My original machine, I named Ubuntu 18 because that's the version. So we're going to make sure that the location, this says it's going to Documents. We don't want it to go to Documents. You're going to want to click Desktop, go to your first and last name, go to your first and last name, right here, go to Virtual Machine, Linux Vlog OS, then click Operating System, your OS. This is empty on mine, and it should be empty on yours too. The ISO file is where it's held right now. When you're downloading it and installing it, you're going to want to put it in your operating system file. So that should be good. So we're going to make this 60 gigabytes. And we're going to want to split the disk into multiple files, so make sure that's clicked. Then you're going to look through this, and we're going to customize the hardware. So because I have 32 gigabytes on this computer, we're going to bump this up from 4 to 8. So 8,192 is going to want to be your number if you have the same amount of gigabytes as I do. And we have 6 cores, so we're going to give half of those cores to this virtual machine right there. And then I think everything else is good, so we're just going to hit close. Then we're going to power on this virtual machine after creation. So this is just going to turn it on right after I click finish. And there it goes. So now this thing is going to take a little while to download, maybe 10 or 15 minutes-ish. So what I'm going to do while that downloads is I'm going to show you or teach you what a hypervisor and what a host operating system and all that is. So the thing that we're downloading this operating system onto is called a hypervisor. A hypervisor is a software that creates and runs virtual machines. So this one, VMware Workstation 17 Player, that we're using right now, is a hypervisor. This is a hypervisor number 2. And this hypervisor is running a guest operating system. So a guest operating system is basically a computer that runs off of another computer. It might seem a little confusing, but once you realize what a host operating system is, which is Windows, then it makes a lot more sense. So our host operating system is a software installed on a computer that interacts with the underlying hardware. So our Windows operating system right here is our host because it's installed on the computer. That's what the computer is. This Ubuntu or Linux is the guest operating system because it's another computer installed on a different computer, which this installment right here thinks that it's the only computer on here, which is kind of funny if you think about it. So if you want to go download Ubuntu or whatever, this website, this one also has a bunch of different things that you can download, like Puppy, Manjaro, Kali Linux, Mint, bunch of different, we call them flavors, so bunch of different flavors. Here's where you can download VMware. Remember to download it on Windows. And if you want to download, if you're downloading a Linux machine, it'll come up with these little facts about the machine. So this also shows like all the apps and stuff that you can use, all the features. This shows stuff about music, which is cool because music is cool. Here we have the photos, all the software included with the photos that you can use. And here it goes. It's still downloading. Again, it might take a minute. And, oh, by the way, my mouse disappeared for a second, which can happen while you're downloading your your Ubuntu onto your VMware. And so if that happens, you can just hit Control-Alt, and it should come back for you. If it doesn't, then it might be on your second monitor. I'm not sure. But usually that works. If you just hit Control-Alt, it will come back. If you want to learn more about hypervisors and other things, you can look at this website and this website. It tells you a lot about host operating systems and other things. So here we go. Right here, you're going to want to click your name or the name that you typed in, and it'll ask you for your password. So I'm going to type in the password that I put on while I was creating this virtual machine. So now it's going to load up into Ubuntu. Here it is. And so this is just going to be a bunch of updates. We don't need to go through those. You can go through those if you want to. So I'm going to show you how to full screen this. So you're going to want to click full screen. You're going to want to click that full screen. And then here you are. You're fully embedded into Ubuntu. So now what we're going to want to do is restore it so that we can use it as well as Windows. So we're going to hit exit full screen mode. So when you hit enter, you can go up and this will come back down, and you click exit full screen mode. Then you go over here to this little Windows icon, you click that, and there you go. So you both have your host operating system and your guest operating system running next to each other. Now I'm going to show you how to shut down your Linux operating system. So to get to the terminal, you can either hit Control-Alt-T and it'll open it up, or you can go here and type search and type oops. Sorry, my computer froze. Terminal. And here it is. The terminal is also called the command line interface. So if somebody says command line interface or terminal, it's the same thing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to type to shut down our operating system. You're going to type sudo shutdown now. So sudo stands for super user do shut down now, basically. So you're going to hit enter, and it's going to ask for your password. So the funny thing about Ubuntu is that when you type in your password, it doesn't show up as little like dots or anything. It's just going to be blank so that other people don't see your password. That's just the kind of thing that they do. So don't panic if you don't see it typing. It is typing, you just can't see it. So I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to shut down my virtual machine. Hit OK. And here you go. Your virtual machine is downloaded and you know how to shut it down now. This was my vlog for Gull Lake High School Computer Software and Engineering. And I hope you enjoyed and learned something about virtual machines and how to install them.